At the 2024 Paris Olympics, one breakdancer stunned the world, not with gold medals, but with a performance so unique it left the internet in a frenzy. Rachael Gunn didn't just compete it. She broke every mold, turning heads and sparking conversations. But was it brilliance or blunder? This is the story of the one and only B-girl Raygun. Chapter 1. Early Life and Introduction to Dance. Rachael Gunn was born in Hornsby, New South Wales, far from the vibrant street dance scenes of cities like Sydney. From a young age, she was immersed in dance, starting with jazz, ballroom, and tap, disciplines focused on rhythm, expression, and precision. These early experiences laid a strong foundation, teaching her the importance of timing, coordination, and storytelling in dance. Though she mastered these refined dance styles, breaking was not part of her early life. Gunn's childhood was spent in structured dance studios, a world apart from the street battles and improvisation that defined breaking. This unconventional background set her on a unique path when she eventually entered the breaking scene, diverging from the typical journey of most breakers. Chapter 2. Introduction to Breakdancing. Rachael's introduction to breaking was anything but typical. Unlike most breakers who start young, she began her journey in her mid-20s, a late start in a sport where agility and years of practice are key to success. The catalyst for this transition was her husband, Samuel Free, a seasoned breaker deeply rooted in the culture. His influence exposed her to the rich history and physical demands of breaking, transforming it from a mere dance style into a lifestyle and form of self-expression that deeply resonated with her. Starting late, Gunn faced competitors who had spent years perfecting their breaking skills. While they excelled in power moves and spins, Gunn relied on her background in traditional dance, bringing rhythm, musicality, and storytelling to the breaking floor. The transition was challenging. She had to master breaking's technical aspects and adapt to its culture of improvisation and intensity. However, these challenges fueled her passion, and she quickly realized her diverse dance experience gave her a unique edge. By blending structure with creativity, Gunn carved out a distinctive space in the breaking community, culminating in her memorable performance at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Chapter 3. Academic Achievements. Rachael's journey in dance is as intellectual as it is physical. While she's known for her bold moves on the breaking floor, her approach is deeply rooted in academic rigor. At Macquarie University, Gunn pursued a PhD in cultural studies, focusing on the intersection of gender and Sydney's breaking culture, a groundbreaking topic that explored how female breakers navigate a male-dominated space. Chapter 4. Influence on her breaking style. Her academic research wasn't just theoretical, it profoundly influenced her approach to breaking. She began to see breaking as more than a dance form. It was a cultural practice reflecting broader societal dynamics. This perspective allowed her to engage with breaking in a way that emphasized its role in shaping identity and community. Her deep understanding of cultural theory and gender studies led her to emphasize storytelling through movement. For Gunn, breaking wasn't just about athletic feats. It was about communicating deeper themes of identity, gender, and belonging. This narrative quality set her performances apart, where each move was carefully considered for the story it told. Chapter 5. Rise in the Australian breaking scene. Rachael Gunn's entrance into the Australian breaking scene was marked by determination and a relentless drive to prove herself. As she began competing, her unique style and approach quickly caught the attention of her peers. It wasn't long before she earned the nickname Raygun, a moniker that reflected both her intensity on the dance floor and her ability to deliver sharp, powerful moves that left a lasting impact. By 2020, Raygun's hard work and dedication had paid off. She rose to become the top-ranked B-girl in Australia, a significant achievement in a country where breaking was still finding its footing on the global stage. Her rise was not just about technical skill, it was also about her ability to bring something fresh and original to every competition. Raygun's success in Australia led to opportunities on the international stage. She represented Australia at the World Breaking Championships in Paris, Seoul, and Leuven, competing against some of the best breakers in the world. These experiences were both challenging and inspiring, pushing B-girl Raygun to refine her skills and adapt her style to meet the high standards of international competition. Each championship was a learning experience, allowing her to test her abilities against the world's top talent and further establish herself as a formidable competitor. While Raygun's rise in the breaking scene was impressive, it came with significant challenges. As a woman in a male-dominated sport, she faced skepticism, bias, and dismissal. These barriers took an emotional toll, leading to moments of doubt and isolation. However, instead of being discouraged, Raygun used these struggles as fuel to push harder and redefine what it means to be a female breaker. Chapter 6. The 2024 Paris Olympics. Rachael Gunn's journey to the 2024 Paris Olympics was marked by both determination and significant challenges. Her path to qualifying was not an easy one, but her victory at the Oceania Championships in October 2023 secured her spot as Australia's representative in the B-Girl category. This victory was a monumental achievement, as it made her one of the first athletes to compete in breaking's debut as an Olympic sport. When the time came for B-Girl Raygun to perform in Paris, she delivered a routine that was as distinctive as it was controversial. Her performance featured a series of unconventional moves, the most talked about being her kangaroo-inspired hop. This move, which paid homage to her Australian roots, was emblematic of her approach to breaking, blending cultural references with a desire to push the boundaries of what breaking could be. In addition to the Kangaroo Hop, Raygun incorporated a variety of unique floor moves and transitions that drew on her background in other dance forms. These included spins, slides, and poses that, while unconventional in the context of traditional breaking, showcased her creativity and willingness to take risks. However, the judges were not impressed. Raygun's routine received a 0-point score, a rare and harsh judgment in the world of competitive breaking. The judges' reaction suggested that her performance, while original, did not meet the criteria they were looking for, criteria that typically prioritize power, speed, and technical precision. The reaction online was immediate and intense. Clips of Raygun's performance quickly went viral, with social media users both praising her originality and mocking the unconventional nature of her routine. Memes flooded the internet, many of them focusing on the Kangaroo Hop and her other quirky moves. The performance even caught the attention of late-night television, with Jimmy Fallon featuring a parody of Raygun's routine on The Tonight Show, further fueling the online conversation. Among those who weighed in on her performance was Snoop Dogg, whose initial reaction was one of intrigue. He included a clip of Raygun's performance in a social media post, initially praising the originality with the caption, "This was the real stuff. Respect." However, Snoop's stance later shifted to a more humorous take. In another post, he shared a comparison of Raygun's moves to a cat performing a similar hop, accompanied by laughing emojis. This change in tone reflected the broader public's mixed reactions: appreciation for her creativity on one hand, and amusement at the unexpected nature of her performance on the other. Chapter 7. The Aftermath. Following Raygun's performance at the 2024 Paris Olympics, the public reaction was swift and polarized. While some appreciated her originality, others were far more critical, questioning not just her routine, but her very presence at the Olympics. This criticism quickly gained momentum online, leading to the launch of a petition on change.org that questioned the legitimacy of her Olympic qualification. The petition, which garnered over 56,000 signatures in a short period, accused Gunn of not meeting the standards expected of an Olympic athlete and called for an investigation into how she had been selected to represent Australia. The Australian Olympic Committee responded firmly to the growing controversy. They issued a public statement defending Gunn and the transparent process through which she had qualified for the Olympics. The AOC condemned the petition as vexatious, misleading, and bullying, emphasizing that Gunn had earned her place on the team through a legitimate and rigorous qualification process. They reiterated that the selection had been conducted by independent international judges and that the criticisms were based on misinformation and a misunderstanding of the sport's evolving nature. The AOC's defense of Gunn was not just about supporting an athlete under fire, it was also about protecting the integrity of the Olympic selection process and the broader breaking community in Australia. They made it clear that they stood by Gunn's qualification and performance, urging the public to respect the efforts of all athletes who had made it to the Olympic stage. In the face of the backlash, Rachael Gunn took to social media to address the criticism directly. In a video posted on Instagram, Gunn expressed her gratitude for the support she had received, but also spoke candidly about the devastating impact of the hate and negativity that had followed her performance. She emphasized that, despite the criticism, she had stayed true to her artistic vision and approached the competition with sincerity and dedication. Gunn's posts highlighted her commitment to creativity and individuality, reiterating that her goal was never just to compete in the traditional sense, but to bring something new and different to the Olympic stage. "I was never going to beat these girls at what they do best," she said. So I wanted to move differently, be artistic and creative. For Gunn, the Olympics represented a unique opportunity to showcase her interpretation of breaking, one that fused her dance background with her cultural studies insights. She also used her platform to request privacy for herself, her family, and the Australian breaking community, all of whom had been affected by the intense scrutiny and online harassment. Gunn made it clear that, for her, the Olympics were about more than just winning or losing. They were about representing herself and her country in a way that was authentic to who she was as a dancer and as a person. In reflecting on her Olympic experience, Gunn conveyed a sense of peace with the outcome, despite the controversy. She acknowledged the challenges but framed them as part of a broader journey in which breaking, like any art form, is subject to interpretation and evolving standards. Gunn's response was not just a defense of her performance, but a broader commentary on the importance of creativity, individuality, and the courage to be different, even on the world's biggest stage. Chapter 8: The Broader Impact on Breaking. Gunn's kangaroo-inspired moves highlighted breaking's potential as a form of artistic expression, yet her 0-point score from the judges underscored the challenge of fitting such creativity into a still-evolving competitive framework. This has prompted broader discussions about whether breaking should continue to prioritize traditional athletic elements or make room for more unconventional, expressive routines like Gunn's. Her performance has undeniably pushed the breaking community to reassess its values as the sport grows on the world stage. Amid the controversy, Gunn found support from key figures within the Australian sports community, most notably from Anna Meares, Australia's chef de mission for the 2024 Olympics. Meares, an accomplished athlete herself, publicly defended Gunn's performance, emphasizing the unique challenges faced by women in male-dominated sports like breaking. She highlighted Gunn's courage in pursuing her own artistic vision, despite the intense scrutiny and criticism she faced. Chapter 9: What's next for Raygun? Rachael Gunn is back where it all started, balancing her life as an academic and a breakdancer. After the whirlwind of the 2024 Olympics, she has returned to her lectures at Macquarie University, kangaroo hopping into cultural studies with the same intensity she brought to the dance floor. But while she's back in the classroom, the breaking community is left wondering, will Raygun continue to compete? Her future in the sport is uncertain, and all eyes are on her next move. Rachael Gunn will forever be known as the breaker who dared to defy expectations. She brought something different to the table, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. But the real question is, how will history judge her? Innovator or disruptor? Only time will tell.